All right, so we're at the Nantahala National Forest in North Carolina. We're at Buck Creek, and Buck Creek is not far from Chunky Gal Mountain. Matter of fact, the headwaters of it are at the bottom of Chunky Gal Mountain. Buck Creek is an area where you can find corundum, you can find garnet, you can find a variety of other types of semi-precious stones and unusual minerals. Today what we're going to be doing is showing what happens when you use a Muddy Miner Saruca on this material. And what I am hoping to have happen is to have a whole lot of garnet show up in the center on the very first throw. Being that this is a national forest, you are allowed to rock hound in here. You just can't take out commercial quantities. You can't dig into the banks of the creek. You can't be digging big holes while you're looking for your rocks. You have to pay attention to any sort of mining claims. But in this area, all of that is okay. We've been here before. Found some wonderful garnet a little further up creek from here. Even found a little bit of ruby on up there closer to Chunky Gal. I'm not certain if any of it's washed down this far or not. But in a minute, I will take my tools, I will go into the creek, and I will see what I find. And as far as tools go, the only thing I really need up here, because you can't have big tools, so I've got a scoop, which is not very big. I have a collapsible bucket, again, not very big. I have a couple of screens, which might look familiar, because these are the same screens you see out there at the diamond mine. I brought 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch with me, and I have, with the label off of it, a Muddy Miner Saruca. All right, I'm going to get set up and go get some material, and we'll bring it back and run it through the screens and the Saruca here in the water, and we'll take a look and see what we turn up. See you in a minute. So my bucket is expanded, my scoop is in hand. I'm going to get out here and find a place where the water slows down and drops some gravel for me to search through, and bring it back and see what I can find. And you know, right here is as good a place as any, so let me go ahead and get digging right in here, and we'll see what's here. And the last time I did this, I found an area out in the middle of the creek. So we'll see. This one's a little different. Right. Oh, no you don't. You don't get to wash away. There is someplace in this creek, one of our screens from several years ago, that got in here and got loose from us and washed downstream quickly. And we couldn't go after it. Okay, so this is what I've got in the Saruca. Now I need a little bit of water that's not moving quite as fast. And it looks to me like I can get that right over there. I'm seeing some black rock starting to form centers on the top, which also tells me that I am getting concentrates on the bottom. I'm imagining the old days when gold panners and gold prospectors would go along with their pans and do this stuff 8 hours a day, bend over like this. And that doesn't sound fun at all. Alright, we have a flat rock right over there that I'm going to flip this on. It's not quite as big as the Saruca. Alright, so there's the rock. Here's the Saruca. It's not quite as wide. We'll lose a little bit on the outside edge. That's okay. And here we go. Did we get any garnet or not? And the answer is yes. All of this red right here in the middle is garnet. If there was sunshine out here, it would look like somebody took bright red paint and threw it all across there. So, let's zoom in close on it.
Yep.
Or even unzoom and just move in close. All of this is garnet. Could be pyrope garnet, could be almandine garnet. They're both out here. They're very similar. Cool. So there you go. Muddy Miner Saruca, Buck Creek, Nantahala or whatever, National Forest. I'll look that up later on and give you the correct pronunciation. The area is known for garnet, and this tool makes it that easy to find. All right, thank you. That's it for now. Okay, I'm back at home now. I'd like to apologize to everybody about the way I pronounced the Nantahala National Forest name the other day. I was a little bit not quite prepared, but this is some material I collected from Buck Creek, and I'm doing it here at the house so you can see what it looks like in the sunlight. I know that there's been other folks who did videos about using the Muddy Miner Saruca to get garnet. They already had material. Well, you saw where I collected this and how I collected it, so let's take a look what it looks like here at the house. First of all, of course, you use the Saruca, same as always. You rock it side to side and then tap it down. What I'm going to do is rock it side to side and tap it while I turn it, just because that's very convenient with this Saruca. And this is not classified quite as tightly as I would like it to be, but that's okay, because for what we're doing, it's still going to work just fine. Alright, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's enough garnet in here, it's already starting to show up on the wrong side of the Saruca pile. I've let the water drain out a little bit, since it acts as a lubricant. I don't want to let the gravel slide around too much. And then I'll flip the Saruca and we'll take a look at what type of garnet came out of Buck Creek. There you go. That is a 1.5 piles of garnet. Let me get this camera over there and take a look and see what you think. All of this is garnet, and I know it goes all the way through the pile because I just saw some from the other side. Now, I don't have a black light with me, and it wouldn't work very well out here in the sunlight anyway, but if there was any corundum or ruby or sapphire, it would show up in the same area as the garnet because they're all about the same specific gravity. I'll look up those numbers when I go inside, add it on to the rest of the video, and try to get this thing posted out there so you can see what's going on. Anyway, Muddy Miner Saruca, definitely like it. And talk to you later.